What if your entire life was controlled? Your thoughts, your actions, even your haircut. Imagine living in a country where sending a text could land you and your family in prison. Welcome to North Korea, a nation where oppression knows no bounds. In today's video, we'll uncover the shocking truths about life under Kim Jong-un's regime that will leave you questioning the meaning of freedom. In North Korea, the government controls every single aspect of life. From the way you dress to the way you think, nothing escapes their grip. Hairstyles are limited to government-approved styles, and even your phone isn't really yours. Every smartphone in North Korea takes random screenshots of user activity and sends them directly to government servers for monitoring. Education is a tool of indoctrination, teaching children to idolize the ruling family while censoring any idea of freedom. Housing is assigned and even media consumption is dictated. There's no Netflix or YouTube, only government propaganda glorifying the regime. It's a world where individuality simply doesn't exist. Living in North Korea means living in constant fear. The regime enforces the law of guilt by association, a policy that punishes entire families for an individual's perceived crimes. If someone criticizes the government or commits a minor offense, their parents, children, and even grandchildren can face imprisonment or execution. This creates an atmosphere of extreme distrust, where even family members hesitate to share their true thoughts. A whispered word of dissent can turn into a death sentence. Let me tell you the heartbreaking story of Shin Dong-hyuk, a man born in one of North Korea's infamous prison camps. Shin's family was imprisoned due to his uncle's so-called political crimes. He grew up watching unspeakable horrors, including the execution of his own mother and brother, an event he was forced to witness at the age of 14. Tortured, starved, and dehumanized, Shin managed to escape at 23. His story of survival and advocacy has brought global attention to the human rights atrocities in North Korea. But his tale is just one of millions of silent tragedies hidden behind the regime's iron curtain. The famine of the 1990s was one of North Korea's darkest periods, claiming the lives of over 3 million people. Families were forced to eat tree bark and grass to survive. The collapse of the Soviet Union, North Korea's primary economic ally, left the country isolated and its economy in ruins. Even today, malnutrition is widespread, with 1 in 3 children suffering from stunted growth. Despite this, the regime spends billions on nuclear weapons while its people starve. North Korea's propaganda machine is one of the most sophisticated in the world. Every TV channel, every newspaper, and every radio station exists solely to glorify the ruling Kim family. Foreign media, especially South Korean dramas and films, is strictly banned. Yet there's a growing underground network smuggling USB drives loaded with foreign content. Watching these shows is a dangerous act of rebellion, as those caught face harsh punishment, including labor camps or execution. In a world connected by the internet, North Koreans live in a digital prison. Internet access is heavily restricted, and only the elite have access to a heavily censored intranet. Social media, international calls, and even basic online freedoms are completely banned. Smartphones are tightly monitored, and any unauthorized activity can lead to severe consequences. It's a dystopian reality, where even technology becomes a tool of oppression. North Korea is ranked as the most dangerous place for Christians. Practicing Christianity is seen as a threat to the regime's authority. In one shocking case, a woman distributing Bibles was publicly executed, and her entire family was sent to a labor camp. Religious freedom is non-existent, as the government demands total loyalty to the Kim family, often referred to as the living gods of North Korea. Every North Korean household is required to display portraits of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. These portraits must be cleaned daily and protected at all costs. Failure to do so can result in severe punishment. This obsession with leader worship is ingrained in every aspect of life, turning the nation into a giant cult of personality. Most North Koreans live in extreme poverty. Basic necessities like food, clean water and healthcare are luxuries few can afford. Many households lack refrigerators or washing machines, and access to electricity is limited to a few hours a day. It's a daily struggle for survival where the government's focus on military spending leaves little for its people. But even in the face of oppression, there's hope. Women in North Korea are reportedly leading a silent revolution, challenging traditional roles and seeking small but meaningful freedoms. It's a sign that cracks may be forming in Kim Jong-un's regime. North Korea remains one of the most oppressive regimes in the world, but stories of silent resistance and hope remind us of the resilience of the human spirit. What's your take on this harsh reality? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to MegaBeast YT for more eye-opening content. Together, let's stay informed and inspired.